Hey everyone, this is David Dubeau with another episode of the Property Profits Real Estate Podcast. Today, zooming in all the way from a hell of a fun city, Austin, Texas. We've got these two fine gentlemen. We've got Matthew Teifke and Alex Coffman, and these guys do a lot. I mean, they have a very, very successful real estate brokerage with over 60 realtors working for them. They are hands-on, active investors. They do wholesale deals. They do commercial stuff. They do coaching. They do raising capital, all sorts of different things. So what I want to talk to you guys about is how the heck are you able to manage all of these different things successfully all at the same time? So welcome.
Yeah, man. We are excited to be here. Thank you for having us on, and we will add as much value and be as transparent as we possibly can. We're very passionate about this, and we are grinding every day and very excited about the future and just happy to provide as much value as we possibly can.
Well, let's dive in. So first things first, you guys, you're running a brokerage with 60 some agents and you're doing all this other fun stuff. How are you able to compartmentalize, or how are you able to delegate, or how did this whole, variety of different businesses that you're involved in get going, and how do you keep the ball up in the air without dropping the balls?
Well, very long story on how it got started.
Well, let's do the short version because it's a short podcast.
Basically just been hustling and grinding for 12 years. Alex and I.
So it's a 12-year overnight success kind of a situation.
Yeah. And we're still, working as hard as we can every day. We don't act like we've hit success. Alex and I both drive Priuses, and we sacrifice everything we can every day to build our business, to represent our clients well, and to put out a good product. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it all came down to, we believe in making money on every aspect of real estate: wholesaling, flipping, lending, partnering, owning, brokerage, everything. And I think that has been driven because of the market that we're in. It's very competitive. And so it forced us to get creative. And so for me, when it started out was, when I was going to look at properties to buy, I literally would have 10 people behind. There'd be a line of people going into the house on an off-market deal. And what I've always wanted to do was figure out how to be creative and unique and be different. And so I'm thinking, how do I go into this meeting and not just present an offer and hope that it's a better offer than the guy right behind me? So we would go into this meeting with an infrastructure that we already had in place and believed in, and said, hey, Mr. Seller or Mrs. Seller, we're here to represent whatever is best in your interest. You want to keep this property? Great. We'll lend you some money. We'll help you fix it up, and we can rent it out. You want us to make an offer? Great, we'll do that. You want us to list it on the market? We can do that as well. And so it all kind of started from there. And then, we basically have just built a big business based on having a lot of great partners. Alex and I don't run these things all on our own. We may own 30 or 50 or 60% of any one of these entities. And we're trying to create an ecosystem that people can use one service, they can use all of the services, but at the end of the day, each of these businesses are standalone, and we have trusted partners that we've vetted and found over time that we believe are excellent, and then they can run and grow those businesses. And Alex and I divide and conquer. I help grow, I help network, come up with new ideas. Alex helps with operations. He helps count the money, make sure everything's, profitable. And the key is the people. We have so many strong hustlers, integrity-driven, long-term, open-minded people on the team, and we all just divide and conquer.
So Matthew, rewind, or Alex, have you guys been working together for the last 12 years? Did you start off in business together as a partnership, or did you meet along the way?
Yeah, I'll let Alex. Alex, you can jump in if you want, man.
Sure. So no, Matt had started Teifke Real Estate first, I guess, initially as a property management company. and then into the brokerage after that. But we've known each other. We grew up together, so we've known each other for last 18, 19 years. But about four years ago or so, we started buying real estate together, and that's when the partnership really started and turned into what it is today.
Nice.
And I got to give Alex some credit here because Alex is a big part of this. It was always me, independent for 10 years, running around doing all these deals, random partnerships here and there. I brought on Alex maybe about a year ago after we had already been working together for 4 years, buying properties together. And he is just detailed and sharp and organized. Amazing background. He had a horrible run with drugs for, 10 years maybe. Started when he was like 14, and he has taken the total sober path and has, transitioned that passion to business. And it's been amazing. I feel like I can go grow with the best of them. And I think Alex can run operations with the best of them. So we really divide and conquer really well. But he's helped me put all this together. I always have new ideas and meeting new people.
And Alex is the details guy, right? You're the ideas guy. So you come up with these great ideas, and then it's Alex's job to make it happen and to keep it chugging along. Is that what I understand?
Tell me which ones are not great ideas, and because saves me some time there.
So that's awesome. It's a great partnership, you guys. So tell me, Matthew, rewind back to when you were the solo guy, just kind of getting started. It sounds like you're doing all sorts of things. Which came first? Were you like a real estate investor guy first, or a realtor first, or property man? What was your first foray into real estate? Then how did it kind of morph into all these different things that you guys do?
Yeah, I'll try to run through it. So it really started with my mom, single mom, raised my brother and myself, was cleaning houses when we first moved to Texas when I was 3 years old. And over 15 years, she ended up buying 2-3 properties per year. Wow. And it didn't make a lot of money, every month, but she made a tremendous amount of sacrifices. And I saw what it took, and I was fascinated by the concept of owning real estate. So it always started with me wanting to own real estate to set up a lifestyle that I could be financially free and kind of be entrepreneurial, but not have to show up to a job. And so
that's impressive. Your mom did that as a single mom and working those kind of jobs, and that you're able to grow up in that. Just a quick curiosity. Is your mom still doing real estate deals, or has she got a portfolio that's now supporting her nicely?
No, she's not doing as many deals. She's kind of good. She actually helps elder people, and she works with them. I really think she just does it out of the kindness of her heart. But she's a special woman, and I ask her. Literally, my brother and I are two wild boys, and I say, how did you raise us and do this? And she tells me it was a blur. It's all kind of a blur. And she was always on her phone. I remember she was up every morning at 4. I don't know how she did it, honestly. But she did, and it inspired me, and it's created a drive in me that is very, very intense.
Yeah.
And
so did you start doing creative deals? Is that kind of your first kick of the bucket, or did you become a realtor first?
So what I did was I got my license when I was 17 years old, going to school, and I was committed. I always wanted to be the best. I never had the physical ability to be the best on my baseball team or my basketball team, but I was able to dive into work and realize that I actually could be the best at this. And so, my first year as an agent, I was taking 18 hours in school, and I got the Rookie of the Year as a realtor. And I was very proud of that because I was competing with people that were not going to school. And
twice as old as you were.
Yeah, and I was obsessed. I had a mentor that would go over real estate with me an hour every single day after class, 1 hour. And started selling, first one in the office, last one out, would take every call, wouldn't miss a text, and built, I was making, my first year I made like 12 grand, second year I made 30, third year I made 40, and I was a senior in college, and I was like, man, this is amazing. But I was in Corpus Christi, which is a small market in South Texas, and I knew I wanted to be in Austin, where I grew up. So graduated, went to work for a commercial brokerage in Round Rock, and I was trying to apply. I went to Texas A&M, and they have a master's degree in real estate. And so I got accepted. I left that job, graduated. I started at a commercial brokerage called Edge. I was a junior broker, did all the grunt work. I worked for Gold's Gym and Dick's Sporting Goods, excuse me, clients like that. And then it was very good culture and smart people, but it wasn't me. I had to dress like a banker. I had to dress like a commercial broker. Not that I have anything against that, but it didn't allow me to be entrepreneurial. So I slowly started untucking my shirt, put my hat backwards, and eventually I jumped off to team up with my wife. Okay. And then once I hit that point, brought on Alex about a year later. And then, to back up a little bit, I always wanted to learn as much as possible about real estate. So I said,
it sounds like, if you got a master's, I didn't even know they had master's degrees in real estate. So that's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. And I think it's honestly, in my opinion, it's the best program there is by far. They have 100% job placement. Everybody goes to Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and becomes analyst. And it's a very technical side of real estate. But I wanted to understand that and learn it. And I was around people that were way smarter than me. Like I shouldn't have been able to get into that program. I couldn't get into UT. I couldn't get into Texas A&M. I got into Corpus Christi.
Wanted to clarify a little bit too. Matt, your mom reached out the other day and she's ready to start buying deals again. She said, I want to get in on all these deals with you guys.
Well, that's awesome. She's got re-inspired by what her son's been doing. That's fantastic.
Sorry guys, there's a crazy amount of cedar going around.
No problem. Alex was just telling me that your mom called him, telling him that she wants to get back into actively buying more property.
Yeah, I'd love her to get in, man.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
She's the OG in my experience.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
But yeah, it was because I had that experience in undergrad. I think that's what allowed me to get accepted to this master's program. Mm-hmm. And so I had a different level of understanding than most of the people I was going to school with. Man, I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. You had a different understanding too, because you grew up around real down and dirty real estate deals that your mom was doing. I'm imagining single family home type stuff and dealing with tenants and toilets. And then in high school, you're still at high school and you got your real estate license and you're making money in real estate. Literally you had a ton more experience going into university than most of those guys did coming out of university, for crying out loud.
Yeah. So it was, I try to put all those things together to become the best professional that I could be. Yeah. And I got to let Alex take over because this is killing me, but he's really learned and adapted from a lot of what I've learned. And we've really created our own spin on everything that we do.
Well, that's awesome. So Alex, that's cool. We're going to have to wrap up here pretty quick, you guys, because it's a short and sweet interview. But Alex, why don't you tell folks if they want to find out more about what you and Matthew are up to, what they can do?
Sure. So you can find more about what we're doing here in Austin. I think the best place to find us is either on Instagram at Teifke Real Estate or on YouTube, search in Teifke Real Estate. That's TEIFKE Real Estate. We release a lot of content. We're really active on social, trying to keep our followers and everybody updated with what we're doing.
Awesome. Gentlemen, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you very much. And keep rocking it with your multiple different real estate focused businesses. Now it all makes a lot more sense.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate your time.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And everybody take care. We'll see you on the next episode. Well, hey there. Thanks for tuning into the Property Profits podcast. If you like this episode, that's great. Please go ahead and subscribe on iTunes. Give us a good review. That'd be awesome. I appreciate that. And if you're looking to attract investors and raise capital for your deals, And I'm going to invite you to get a complimentary copy of my newest book, right back there. There it is. The Money Partner Formula. You can get a PDF version at investorattractionbook.com. Again, investorattractionbook.com. Take care.